So today we're going to talk about how I go from this to Santa Claus. So we're going to talk about whitening the beard, whitening the eyebrows, makeup, and what I do with my hair. So first of all, we'll talk about the hair. I've thought about getting it cut, but I think I'm going to keep it for now. So all I do is I brush it back. Try to get all the strays, right? Ponytails. Nice and high. Keep it nice and high. And sadly say, put it in a man bun. Stays under the hat and nobody sees it. Right? Alright, so now we're going to work on the beard. So I'm going to brush it a little bit, brush the mustache. Alright. Now, trick to this is get yourself a little toothbrush. So I think we got this when my son was in the hospital, and it has been the best for this. So, and then get yourself, I use this, which I think is the Mehron white. I'm going to try clown white here after I use this up. But this has been pretty good so far. Alright, now it does have a brush. So usually what I'll do is I'll just brush the sides just to get them started. So I work in patches to make sure it doesn't dry out on me. Get right here. This seems to be my biggest problem area, is right in that area. So put a little extra. Right. Okay. Now we take this, we go crazy with it, right? Just rub it in, rub it in, rub it in. Try to get a little bit up here, get this right here, tuck that in. Get this side, looks like I got this side a little bit better than that side, but don't worry, this is a process. Alright, so sometimes I will apply it actually to the toothbrush. Alright, let's work this in. Oh, there you go, see? Now we're getting a nice white. Like I said, this is the first step. Alright, there we are. There we go. Now, don't forget to get the underbeard, right? So let's go ahead and get that underbeard real good. There we go. Yeah, baby. So as you can see, we're already starting to look a bit more like Santa. My beard will not get completely snow white. It will get kind of grayish silver. My dad didn't go completely white until he was into his late 60s. God rest his soul. So I would expect that that will be the same for me. So finding a process that is sustainable without damaging my beard, because I hear that whitening your beard can really be hard on it. I have considered it, still kind of considering it, but yeah. There we go. All right. So this is step one. All right. Now we're going to hit the mustache. And you do get drips on you, which is why I'm not in full costume or wearing my boots, because I don't need that all. I don't need white spots on my boots or my Santa outfit. So, all right. Get up a little bit. Got to get those roots right up underneath. All right, so that is step one. Voila. So now I'm going to touch on step two. I forgot my eyebrows. I always forget my eyebrows. So usually, now this stuff is water-based. So a lot of times I will just wet the brush a little bit, try to get the excess off because I'm cheap. There we go. Don't worry about overshooting it because this stuff wipes right off with just like that. See? A little bit when you overshoot. Don't want white lips. There we go. All right, there we go. Always sweat when I do this. Okay, so my next step, I do two things. I use the Mofajang white wax. I really like this stuff. So I'm just gonna get this right in here. Kind of the same process. What this helps with is the first stuff, that liquid, it flakes real bad. What I've seen is this really helps. This really helps to keep it from flaking, so it doesn't get all over your outfit. Here we go. Just work that in. Work that in. Work that in. Again, don't worry about the overshoot because you'll be able to get that right off with a little hot water and a paper towel. So I just did a visit where I had to get ready on scene. And so I brought a bottle of water and some washcloths to help clean up. It was kind of an interesting thing because usually I just get ready in my bathroom. All right, so now we work this in again with the, there we go. All right. Nice. All right, now, final part, gotta get the mustache. And this being a wax kind of helps to set the beard. Probably going to be trying some mustache wax as the mustache gets a little bit longer. All right, there we go. Okay, so we've got the beard whitened, we've got the eyebrows whitened. I think I could go a little heavier on the eyebrow here. I don't know why, but I think it's because I'm sweating. There we go. I'll let it dry before I wipe it. Ooh, that was the big one right there. So, all right, there we are. All right, now we are. I'm just getting it everywhere. All right, beautiful. All right, work this in real good. Oh yeah. Now, if you're happy with that, a little bit more right here, a little bit more right here. Now, the other nice thing about the hair wax is it stiffens up your beard a little bit, so lets it hold a little bit. Then I'm gonna get the temples here. in case the hat rides up over the ears. And here. There we go. All right. Now, final part. This is just an old sock with some baby powder. And this just sets everything. Whew. That was a white Christmas. All right. Top of the ears. Here we are. Top of the eyebrows, top of the walls. Dash away, dash away, dash away. Oh, damn, my eyebrows just don't want to stay today. There we go. All right, well, that'll be good. All right. All right. So step 3 is cleanup and makeup. Okay, so go ahead and get a little hot water on that washcloth. Just put it on my finger. Just clean up a little bit, all right? There we go. Right. No unibrows. Sam doesn't have a unibrow. All right. A little bit further. There we go. Okay. Now, run a beard comb through everything. You want to make sure you do this before, after you set it. Otherwise, your comb's going to be very white, and most of your makeup's going to be in your comb. All right, and then I fluff mine a little bit. I like mine to be a little wild, and I like to be a wild and woolly Santa, right? So there we go. Okay, brush that down, brush it up a little bit. Get a nice fullness. I've been working on my beard. It's never been, I've always had a goatee, but I've never had the full beard. Product I've been using, not a sponsor, but it's this. And it's a beard oil that helps with growth. And honestly, after a month, it's really done a good job, because I'm not a quick, my beard doesn't grow quick. So, all right, there we go. I just want to get that temple a little bit. My hat covers my hair up, so. Okay, how are we looking here? Good, all right. Now we're gonna work on the mustache a little bit. Get my hands real dry here. Sure to close up all your beard white stuff, because you don't need a spill, or you don't want it to dry out. So, all right. Now, what we want to do is we want to get our mustache comb. I'm going to go ahead and just comb the mustache. There we go. You can see it still comes off a little bit, but it's okay. All right. Comb. Now you do your mustache any way you like. I've been working mine up so I can do the little twists like this. It's finally getting long enough. So I am excited. I'm at the beginning of my journey. So like I said, this is my first year, so I've learned a lot in the past month and a half. I know I got a lot more to learn. I'm planning to do the Worldwide Santa Claus Network. I'm going to get a subscription. They have an online class. Again, not a sponsor, but this seems to be a wonderful resource, a very supportive Facebook community. So, there we go. All right, so kind of go through, clean up just a little bit. Okay, so got the beard done. Now, I did steal my wife's makeup, and I am probably gonna go get my own. So, but right now we're just gonna use this, and we want to be rosy, right? So we're just gonna get a little bit of powder, dab on the cheeks right here, right? Dab on the cheeks right here. Get a little bit of rosiness in the cheeks. And get a little rosiness right at the end of the nose, right? Don't want to look like a drunk, but you know, a little bit of nosiness, a little bit of rosiness on the cheeks. All right. And with that, it's time for the hat. Okay, so got my shirt on, got my suspenders all ready. I'm gonna put a vest over this, but final look is, of course, the glasses. And this is what puts the whole thing together, is the hat. You put it over the hair back there, and there we go. And now I'm Santa Claus. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you got some tips out of it. Like and subscribe, but mostly have a Merry Christmas.